spent the last year building AI systems for law firms, and there's one question I keep hearing all the time. Do we just buy Harvey AI or Core Counsel? What's actually worth it? Here's the crazy part. The firms that are getting the fastest result aren't using either of them. They're using three simple systems that cost a fraction of the price and actually fix real workflow problems. So today I'll break down what those systems are, what problems does it solve, and the real numbers firms are seeing from it. So let's get started. Alright, system number one is contract intelligence. Here's the problem that it solves. Let's say that you're a partner at a corporate firm. You have got clients buying another company. So before they finalize the deal, they need to know what legal risks are we inheriting. So you need to go through 200 contracts and find every clause where the company promised to cover someone else's legal costs if something goes wrong. So if you give this to your junior associates, they are spending around 15 to 20 hours reading through every single document, copying relevant sections into a spreadsheet, trying not to miss anything. So it's tedious, expensive, and honestly, this is where most mistakes happen, right? And this is what the system does. You ask it a question in plain English like, show me every clause where we're responsible for someone else's legal fees, and it searches your entire database on your own servers and pulls back the citations for the questions with the document name and page number. And there's no hallucinations and made up cases because we're using a concept called RAG. So we built this for a 12-person firm that helps company buy and sell other companies. So before the systems, junior used to spend 2 full days reviewing the contracts to check for legal risk. But now the system pulls all the relevant clauses in 3 minutes, and the associates spend their time only on verification and formatting. And that's around 14 hours saved every single deal. So they do around 6 deals per quarter, and that's more than 300 hours saved every single year. And the way it works is your contracts get uploaded to a secure local database on your own server, and the system uses something called RAG. Basically, it searches semantically. So if you ask about something like termination languages, it understands that you might also mean cancellation provisions or contract exit terms, and it returns the exact sources with the citations. So you just have to verify and it's done. So speaking about the investment and ROI, you're looking at around $67,000 saved every single year for around 300 hours saved at an hourly rate of $200, and for the net benefit you're looking more than $50,000 per year. So if you're doing M&A, real estate, or commercial litigation where you're constantly digging through contracts, this is your system. Next up, we have a lead follow-up agent. So consider the scenario of you getting an inbound lead at 7 p.m. on a Saturday, but it takes you until Monday to get back to them. So there's a time delay of 38 hours between the inquiry and the response. Whereas your competitor, they just took 4 minutes to get back to the lead. So it's pretty obvious that your lead will be choosing your competitor. And there's an actual study that has been conducted on this. So it was found out that the businesses that respond to the lead within 5 minutes are 21 times more likely to close the deal, whereas someone who takes more than 24 hours to respond to a deal, it's 90% sure that they're not going to close the deal. So here's what the agent does. So it will be monitoring your entire intake channels, be it be email, website forms, or even calls, and it will be responding to the deal within 5 minutes. So it'll understand the lead's issue, check your approved templates, and send a personalized message based on the lead's problem. So here's a real case study of a firm that I've worked with. So before the system, it was taking them 4 to 6 hours getting back to a lead, and their lead to conversation ratio was around 12%. But after the system, their response time was lesser than 2 minutes, and as a result, they got 3 times more consultations than before. And here's a demo response that the agent comes up with. So it addresses the lead specific pain point, and it also allocates certain time slots in your calendar for a consultation call, and it also will be providing the next steps that the lead must be taking. So speaking about the investment and return, on the lower end, if you're getting 5 extra deals per month at an average value of 10k, you're looking at an additional 50k revenue per month, and over a year that's more than 500k just by fixing a small issue. Alright, system 3 is intake automation. So currently, whenever a new client fills out an intake form, someone from a team has to read the form, they have to extract the info, enter CRM, and create a new matter, and they also have to assign it to the right attorney and set up follow-up tasks. So that's around 20 to 30 minutes per client. So if you're getting around 50 intake forms per month, that's around 25 hours on pure data entry. So what the system does is it reads the forms automatically, extracts structured data, and populates your practice management softwares within seconds. And the way it works is whenever a client submits a form, be it be using your web form or a PDF, it extracts certain information like the name, case type, dates, details and insurance information, and it populates all the fields in your practice management software. And also if something looks unusual like conflicting dates or missing info, it flags it for human review, and then it creates the matter, assigns the attorney, and sets up follow-up tasks. And speaking about the investment and return on investment, taking an average of 50 intakes per month at an hourly rate of $50, and you're looking at around 30k annual savings, which is around 4 times the investment that you have made. So it doesn't matter the type of lawyer you are, this could be very beneficial for you. So before doing all of the complex stuff, this could be some of the quick wins that you might be getting using AI. Now that you have the three systems, which one do you actually build? Here's how to think about it. So if you're losing leads to competitors who responds faster, build the lead follow-up agent. If your associates are spending 20 hours a week on contract review, build the contract intelligence system. And if your paralegals are drowning in intake data entry, you can build the automation. And another metrics is what gives you a competitive edge. The lead follow-up agent makes you unbeatable on speed, and because no one else is responding in 90 seconds, right? And the contract intelligence makes you faster and more accurate than firms doing it manually. And the intake automation, it frees up your team's time on doing the higher value work only. And here's the thing, you don't need some massive AI strategy, you just need to get started with a real problem, either something that wins you more clients or it saves you a ton of hours on a weekly basis. So first you need to build that, prove that it works, and you need to double down on what actually works. Also, don't try to do everything at once. Don't buy a bunch of subscriptions that you don't need in the first place. Pick a biggest pain point that is obvious to you and build a system that solves it for you. Okay, so that's it for the video. So if you run a law firm and you want help implementing AI into your business, you can check out the first link in the description where you can book a free discovery call with me, and we can discuss over your needs and come up with a personalized solution for your firm. Anyways, hope you got value from this video. I'll see you in the next one.